Hey everybody, this is Javi, and you are watching Bedtime Stories with Javi. I am on here on YouTube and Instagram at all every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. For those who don't know me, I'm a trauma-informed spiritual coach, an inner child specialist, and one way I help people to connect with their inner child is through storytelling. And I love reading bedtime stories. For one, um, is extremely important to tap into your inner child through storytelling. And secondly, it's just a fun thing to do. And one other thing, I only read stories that center marginalized and colonized people or have been written by marginalized and colonized people because representation is extremely important. And not only that, but it's just another way for us to get our voices heard. So tonight, I am reading Knowing the Orisha, Gods and Goddesses by Waldete, Waldete Tristao. And so I am really looking forward to getting into this book. Saw it on, um, I saw it on Facebook, I believe. And so I was like, I'm digging into this because it's extremely important for children, especially Black children, right, to know about their spiritual history. And the Orishas play a huge part in that. So I'm ready to get started and let's go. This is Knowing the Orisha, Gods and Goddesses. Once upon a time, did you know that every stone, every little plant, every breeze, and every ray of sunshine has the power of the Orishas within? Yeah, the Orishas are African gods, forces of nature that guide us and protect us for life. Many, many years ago, they were brought across the ocean to the Americas by enslaved Africans. When the world was created by the Orishas, there was no separation between Orun, the heaven, or Aye, the earth. Human beings and Orishas were able to come and go between heaven and earth, playing, dancing, and sharing their lives and their adventures with each other. They ate and drank together. They hunted, planted, harvested, experienced love and sadness, and also knew how to do very special things. Our elders say that Orun's sacred space was very close to Aye, but one day one of the human beings touched their muddy hands in the sacred white of Varun, and Dumare, the supreme god, became very angry. They say that he blew and snorted, separating heaven and earth forever. The Orishas missed their adventures with humans and were very saddened by this separation, so they decided to ask Olodumare for the ability to return to Earth from time to time to visit their friends. The supreme God, seeing the sadness in the eyes of the Orishas, allowed it. And this is how it has been since the creation of the world. From all these adventures, amazing stories have sprung up. The Orishas have so much to tell us, and we have so much to learn. Let's get to know a little more about each of them. Isha. Ishu was always the first Orisha and comes dressed in red and black, but he also likes to mix all the colors in the world. He has many names and nicknames in some parts of Brazil. He's also called Bara. He is the messenger between humans and the Orishas and the keepers of the crossroads and the front door. He's also the one who opens the way for us when times are tough. His symbols are the ogo, the kind of wooden stick with one rounded tip and several keys. Ishu is also the one who takes all our requests, promises, and thanks and delivers them to other Orishas. And that's why we say that Ishu is our best friend because he cares for us when we are around. He eats everything, but his preference is goat and rooster meat, crumbs with palm oil, and a side of cacao. I think I said that wrong. I apologize. Ishu's day is Monday, and to honor him, we say aloud, Olore, which means hail the owner of all power. And you, what's your favorite day of the week? Ogun. Here comes Ishu's inseparable brother, the haughty warrior in navy blue, Ogun, the Orisha of battles, iron, and technology. They are so inseparable that they even work together. As Ishu is the one who opens the way, Ogun is the one who takes care of the safety of travelers on the roads. Ogun is also responsible for the progress of life, always going strong and wielding his obe, a type of machete that he uses to break through and overcome all of life's obstacles. Ogun's day is Tuesday. To honor this great warrior, we say Ogun Aye, which means Ogun, I respect you. He is very fond of eating rooster and goat meat, along with roasted yam and palm oil, but his favorite dish is a good feijoada. And you, what is your favorite food? Oshoshi. This is Oshoshi, the king of Kato. He is God of abundance, prosperity, and happiness. Oshoshi lives on the banks of rivers and in the middle of forests, and his clothes are turquoise or light green. In one hand, he carries the Oruquire, Oruquire, a bee scarecrow made with a horse's mane, which symbolizes his royalty, and in the other, the bow and arrow with which he hunts and earns a living. Oshoshi's dance showcases a hunting scene, from the chase to the moment he shoots the arrow and hits his target. Have you ever played bow and arrow like a hunter? Oshoshi likes to eat all kinds of meats, such as tiger, elephant, ox, and goat, as in a large barbecue. He also loves dishes prepared with corn and coconut, especially agzozu, which is prepared with boiled corn, white wine, a pinch of salt, and coconut chips for garnish. Oshoshi's day is Thursday, and we greet Oshoshi by saying, Oke Ayo Orole, which means save the great hunter. Omolu. That straw cover is a molu, also called Abawale, king of the earth ground, god of health and life. Omolu knows all kinds of diseases, and best of all, he knows their cures and spreads them all around the world. That's why we make offerings and prayers to Omolu when someone is sick. Omolu dances like an old man, staring at the ground, shaking his body as if having difficulty balancing, and always carrying his red, black, and white shell necklaces with him. In his band, he bears his shashara, a kind of straw broom made of dried palm leaves, which he uses to ward off disease. Omolo's favorite day is Monday, as is our friend's Issues. We salute him by saying, Atoto, that is, silence, the king has come. Omulu likes to eat goat, pork, rooster meat, and but guess what? What he likes most is popcorn garnished with coconut strips, which is called the brewer. Have you ever eaten popcorn with coconut? Why not try it out? Osane. This is Osane, the great scientist of the Orishas. Carrying an iron bird in his hands and many gourds around his waist, he comes dressed in green and white, dancing on one leg. He even seems to be picking leaves on the ground. Hossein lives in the middle of the forest and high in the trees, where he spends his days studying and discovering the mysteries of all plants and the powers of leaves and herbs. With them, he prepares all the medicines in the world. By the way, has anyone in your family ever prepared a tea for you to get better from the flu? So you already proved the powers of this great Orisha. Hossein likes to eat goat meat and roosters, but his favorite feast is boiled corn, vegetables, and fruits of all kinds. Hossein's day is Thursday, and to ask for his protection, we say Uasa, Uasa, which means we honor the powers of the leaves. Oh, Shumare. Oshumare is God of transformations, of all things that end and begin, and of infinity. Like his friends Oshoshi, Amoru, and Shango, whom you'll meet soon, Oshumare is also an African king, and in the countries where he reigns, he is represented as a serpent, the symbol of wisdom. His clothes are yellow, green, and black like the skin of snakes. When Oshumari dances, he moves pointing up and down, showing that heaven and earth are connected. Oshumari's day, together with Ogun, is Tuesday, and we greet him by saying, Oho bo boy, Oho bo boy, the greatest honor for the king's subject. And as the Lord of Infinity, Oshumare is also the God of all long things, the continuation of life and vision. He likes to eat goat and drake, a type of wild duck, and also loves a sweet potato mash. Have you ever eaten sweet potatoes? They're delicious. Nana. This lady sitting here is Nana, mother of all creation. She is goddess of still waters, mud that lies at the bottom of lakes, and clay. Nana uses a certain uses a curtain of shells to cover her face and wears white, blue, and lilac. She is goddess of thoughts and has wisdom as her soulmate, being the oldest of all the Orishas and mother of Omoru, Oshimare, and Osain. Nana dances slowly and carries with her the abiri, a staff made with the stalks of palm leaves, as if it were a child in her arms. Sometimes when she dances, she makes silent movements with her hands, seemingly grinding boiled and peeled beans, her favorite food. Nana also likes to eat goat meat, accompanied by a buram, a dumpling made with white cornmeal, and omitoro, a very sweet porridge. Have you eaten porridge like this? The day of Nana is Saturday, and to honor this great elder, we say Saluba, which means save the mother of all mothers. This is beautiful, by the way. Ah, I love her whole. Oh my gosh, she's very kind woman, very kind. Oshun. Oshun is the goddess who lives in fresh water, rivers, streams, and waterfalls. She is the Orisha of gold, fertility, and love. Dressed beautifully in yellow and gold, Oshun is also the protector of children and pregnancy. Her dance is like a fish in water, and she lovingly combs her hair while wearing her earrings, bracelets, and necklaces. Do you also like to spruce yourself up? What is your favorite accessory? Oshun's symbol is the abibi, the abebe maybe, a, a fan shaped mirror in which she admires her own beauty. Oshun likes to eat goat and chicken meat, but her favorite dish is omolokam, a recipe made with boiled French beans, dried shrimp, and boiled eggs. Saturday is her special day. And the greeting to Oshun is Ore Ie O, which is the same as saying, Save the lady of all beauty and sweetness. Bay. How cute are these two children? The twins Bay, Orishas of childhood and innocence. A boy and a girl born at the same time and always playing together. They teach us that those who are different are much more similar to us than we think. The twins are related to everything that begins: the source of a river, the birth of human beings, the germination of plants, and so on. Ibeyi wears light blue and pink, but they like all colors and love pranks. Ibeyi represent the joy, innocence, and purity of all children, and they are the ones who protect babies from birth to adolescence. Have you ever seen a newborn baby? So cute. The twins' favorite food is called karuru, a delight made with cooked okra. But like children, they also love all kinds of sweets. They jump with joy when we say to them, Egbe, Ubehi, Ero, meaning, hey twins, let's all play together. Oba, look who's coming now, dressed in orange and brown. It's Oba, the most passionate and brave of all the Orishas. She is the oldest wife of Shango, but being very angry, she lives alone. Protector of home and family, she becomes a lioness when needed to defend the people she loves. Is where someone is there someone in your family like Oba who protects you and the people you love? During her dance, Oba holds her sword and shield and covers her head with a beautiful turban that no one realizes she lost an ear during a battle. She also carries an arrow like Oshoshi, showing that she's a hunter in addition to a warrior. Oba likes goat meat and chicken, but her favorite food is abara, a French bean cake cooked with shrimp and palm oil. Her greeting is Obashire, which means Hail the Lady Warrior, and her special day of the week is Wednesday, as is Shango's, Oshun's, and Oyas. Iewa. Iewa is the female version of Oshimare. She's goddess of fountains, beauty, vision, and all that is mysterious and hidden. She also represents purity and innocence and youth, and she especially protects younger girls and adolescents. When Iewa dances, she moves her whole body like an enchanted serpent, holding an iron snake in one hand and carrying her adobe, a gourd in which she keeps her secrets. Do you also have enchanted secrets like her? Her favorite colors are red, pink, and terracotta, a type of brown. She is very fond of eating goat meat, black beans with boiled eggs, and plantains fried in palm oil, but her favorite food is Deborah, a blend of all her favorite ingredients cooked and fried. The day of the week that Iewa likes most is Saturday, and we greet this beautiful Orisha by saying loudly, Hayo! Oh, or Hiho rather. Don't want to make sure I got that correct. Hiho. Oya. Oya, also called Yansan, comes as a storm. She is a goddess of winds and storms. A strong and independent woman, she is Shango's wife and accompanies him in daily battles. She is a mother of 9 children. Some of them she gave birth to, and others she adopted, raised, and loved. Oya lives among the bamboo groves, and she protects humans from the fury of lightning. Have you ever heard the wind sing on rainy days? It is Oya coming to protect us. She is dressed in brown, red, pink, or white, and her dance resembles the raging winds. Wielding her sword and Uroshim, a kind of buffalo hair duster, she moves like a warrior in combat. Oya likes goat and chicken meat, but she prefers a good akaraje, a fried dumpling made with French beans. Just like Shango, Oya's favorite day is Wednesday, and we greet her by saying Ipahe Oya, which means Ipahe Oya, which means save the majestic winds of Oya. Laguna Day. Dressed in blue and yellow, Laguna Day walks like a slender peacock, proud of his beauty. Have you ever seen a peacock with its tail open? Remember its colors? This is Laguna Day, the prince of Orishas, god of hunting and fishing, son of Oshoshi and Oshun, and he lives 6 months in the woods with his father and 6 months in the river with his mother. He is the child God whom the elders respect, the Lord of joy and wealth. He bears in his hands the bow and arrow that he received from his father, and the bibe, the mirror fan he received from his mother. Laguna Day also shares the tastes of his parents, so he likes to eat goat meat, rooster, and chicken, fruit, and a dish made half with Oshoshi's azozo, sorry, and the other half with Oshun's Olmolocum. His day of the week is Thursday, and he is very happy when we tell him, Loki, Loki, Ilu, Aro. Yame, Yamaya. This is Yamaya, the great mother who cares for all of us, humans and Orishas. She is the goddess of the sea and motherhood. Yamaya teaches us that respecting the opinions of others does not mean agreeing with them, and also teaches us to forgive. Her clothes are sky blue or very light green and white, like the waters and the foam of the waves of the sea. In her hand, she holds a bibi like Oshun, but hers is made of silver and shaped like fish. Yamaya dances by waving her hands as if carrying water to cleanse the whole world and wash evil away. Have you seen how the waves come and go to the shore or on the shore? Such is the dance of Yamaya. She loves to eat sheep, paws, fish meat, rice, and also shrimp spice hominy, ibu iya, her favorite dish. Was it ebu iya? Yamaya's day is Saturday, and we greet her by saying Odo iya, which means save the mother of the waters. Shango. This one is Shango, the mighty king of Oyo, the old kingdom in ancient Africa. God of volcanoes, lightning, and thunder, he is the most well known Orisha. He is one of the most well known Orishas. Have you ever heard thunder on stormy days? Thunder is the voice of Shango, God of justice and truth. The scale is one of his symbols. He weighs the mistakes and successes of our lives. While living among humans, he is married to the Orishas Oba, the brave warrior, Oya, the independent, and Oshun, the beautiful. Holding an ox, a two-bladed axe, and dressed in long stripes of red, brown, or white cloth, Shango dances joyfully, telling the story of his life and kingdom. He likes to eat everything and loves mutton and rooster, but his favorite food is called amala, a dish made from cooked okra. His day is Wednesday, and to honor him, we say Kaio Kabisile, which means give us permission to look at the king. Oshala. This gentleman, looking like a tired old man, is Oshala. He always wears whites to symbolize his name, which means the Lord of the White Cloths, and he is sometimes called Osha, Oshalafan or Abatala. He knows Abatala, Abatala. He knows the secrets of life and death and is therefore highly respected by all other Orishas. He is the god of creation, the one who shaped humans from the clay of Nana. Asha, Oshala, moves slowly and carries in his hands the Apashora, a staff on which he rests as if it were a cane. At the slightest touch of that staff on the ground, Oshala invites all the other Orishas to come to Earth and dance with him. Do you know an older person who also uses a cane? These people are often wise and have a lot to teach us. Oshala likes to eat snails and white foods, so his favorite food is the ebo, the white corn cooked without any spice or salt. Oshala's day is Friday, and on that day, we should all wear white in his honor. The greeting of this great Orisha is Epa Baba, which means the admirable father. Last but not least, Osho Guan. Oshoguan. This brave boy is Oshoguan, the warrior of peace who defends us and solves all problems in our lives. He is related to Oshala and therefore dresses in all white, wearing only a few light blue details on his necklaces. He is god of culture, progress, and work, and he ensures the livelihood of families. He even invented the pestle, the first tool used to prepare food. Oshoguan dances steadily and proudly, holding in one hand a sword and the other a pylon, both silver made. Have you ever had a sword battle with a friend and make peace in the end? Just like you and your friend, Oshoguan sometimes carry a white flag on his back to symbolize the peace he is seeking for us. Oshoguan likes to eat snails, mashed yams with olive oil, rice and hominy, all without salt and without spices. Like Oshala, his day of the week is Friday, and the greeting in his honor is Epa Baba. The end. So that was Knowing the Orisha, God and Goddesses by Waldete Tristao, Tristao, right? Tristao. And so I am very sorry ahead of time for butchering the names. I did the best I could in the circumstances, but this is a very beautiful book, and I would highly recommend it for those who, for one, are wanting to know more about the Orishas, wanting to know more about, you know, practicing with their orishas, or getting close to them, and so on and so forth, and also to honor their orishas. um, this is also another way to teach children who are magical or wanting to know more about magic, and possibly working with an orisha, because they don't. I'm going to let you know right now, the orishas, they pick you. They don't pick. It's not the other way around. So I'm just letting you know that, so you're not just saying I'm gonna work with an orisha, any Orisha, because you can indeed get yourself into a lot of trouble with the Orishas if you try it. They choose your head, and that's what they call it. When they choose you, they choose your head. Um, and it's a very special thing when they do so. Um, because they're willing to protect you and work with you alongside your ancestors. And this book is really beautiful. I love the illustration. It's very simple, um, but it's just very, very light and very um, and very warm, and very very comforting, right? I love the fact that the Orishas are just like, they're like very, very, very relatable and very humble in their own way. But at the same time, if you were to disrespect them in any way, shape, or form, they're also going to let you know, like, this is not how you do things here, not on my watch, and not when you are one of my children, right? Um, and so this definitely is a book for those who are wanting to learn more about their Orishas and have like a simple breakdown. Of course, it's probably a lot more complicated than as far as like the work and what you have to do in order to work with the Orishas. But this is like at least for children, this is an easy breakdown, right? And I just love the fact that this is a children's book. I feel like it's very important, especially BIPOC children, trans individuals, and non gender nonconforming people in particular, are to know about our history, our spiritual history in Africa, just so we do not forget where we've come from, and that we are divine with or without the approval of cis people. And I really want to stress that, because this is the time for us to learn our history, and this is the time for us to learn about who we are through by stepping in our power. And sometimes you can step into your power and rediscover your power when you rediscover your divinity. And one way to do that is by talking to your ancestors, and um, finding out, if you so choose, finding out about the orishas and things of that nature. There are plenty of books out there, but this one I highly recommend, because I also recommend it because it's very empowering to Black kids. Um, it's just another way to bridge that gap between, or not just bridge the gap, but how do I say this? It's better to for African children to reconnect with folks here, Black folks who were born here in America, and just another way for Black folks who were born here in America to reconnect to their ancestry and their African roots, because we definitely have ancestors who work with the Orishas, but that part of our lives were cut um, when we were basically cut away from us and distanced from us the moment um, we um, we became slaves. And so it's just very important for us to know who we are. And so this is a very powerful little book. I highly recommend it. And so just to let you know, I was able to get this book with your donations. A lot of people have been donating, you know, to bedtime stories to the segment, just so I can get books. I shout out to y'all. I really appreciate it. I wouldn't be able to do this without y'all. And so that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video in any way, shape, or form, by all means, click that like button. You can also subscribe to the channel so you never miss another video. I'm here on every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where there's going to be a video launching at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And also, if you would like to follow me on social media, I am definitely on uh, IG as the Inner Child Collective, IG, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and here on YouTube. And I also provide services, inner child archetype services. And that's definitely for those who would like to know more about their archetype, the archetype that they have adopted and internalized as a result of the trauma they went through, and how that archetype um, pretty much affects their not only their childhood but their adulthood, and come up with ways to overcome that. And so I provide those services, so you can go ahead and go to www.innerchildcollective.com and to book an appointment. I'm looking very forward to talking to y'all and being there for y'all, because I do this for the collective, um, and to to help the collective heal from generational and historical trauma by tapping into our inner child. So that is all I have. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Until next time, peace.